gotta pop my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's week 14. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that is good for a Detroit first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. He dodged the tackle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Lions have a first down. Here's a throw. Caught by Washington, left side. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Looking inside the red zone. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Completed over the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. The Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now on 3rd. Forced out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he gets it away from his end zone. We'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Motion.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Downfield. This finds St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead on the first play of the drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. To the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
The left side caught by Andrews. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Lamar throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They pitch it out to him here. Mitchell with first down and more. And he's finally hauled down to the 12. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 27.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Jackson, quick pass wide. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Now they send their back in motion right. Here's Lamar. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Return it. Yo.
Lamar out of the pistol. Chased out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead on the first play of the drive. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds a man right side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
70.
First down, and they go right back to it. It's out. Gibbs lost it on the hit. And the Ravens make the recovery.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Play fake. Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that.
Now Hinton Jackson loses the ball, and the Lions have recovered it.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
Has room inside the 25. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions tie things up at 14. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. All set now. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that one falls incomplete. Oh, would have been a great catch. Shows a great effort. And brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now give left side. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Zayden Collins in on the tackle.
Well, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Jackson keeping it himself. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, Now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off-man. And you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Third down.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. Lions going to the dime look here on third down. 6 DBs out there. They go play fake with Jackson. It is caught left side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit first down. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And they need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Trying to throw this from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play. Forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Get it. Cougar 19. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Higgins downfield, and he has it. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now.
First down.
70 Timberwolves.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That is Compton, and it's Higgins again. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get some late points and the lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Lions 21, Ravens 17.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Things going well so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
36-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Lamar now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
From the gun, Jackson. Getting out to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Jackson now on 3rd. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions might be able to get some points late after the interception.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At the
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
No, we change it.
1st down, here's Lamar. Buying some time right. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
No. Sit hard.
He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
Ryan Fitzgerald sets to kick off.
The 1st half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Returning it from the 4. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the 2nd half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this 2nd half.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. It's a small gain up to the 38. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Lamar off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
1st down, Ravens.
Now Jackson off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
To the air on 3rd and long. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. And a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Caught by Washington, left side. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Pass play now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. So that sure altered the throw.
He gets it out left, and it's gone. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He's back to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple of decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a
touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw for Jackson. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Connects on the crosser. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Lions get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Well, we're watching a defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
They've got first down here from the 36. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Lions push their lead to 18.
Ravens 17. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. Thrown back, it's the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the well again. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be third down.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Caught. Nice gain left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completed over the middle. He's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
And the Raven 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Jackson. He's got a man left. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
And no luck. The Lions there to recover. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Ready?
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Ryan Fitzgerald lining up for the field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Fitzgerald sends this through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another one for Gibbs. The 2nd down run good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Ryan Fitzgerald lining up for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Fitzgerald sends this through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. This is brought in at the 15. Officials signaling for timeouts, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard
From the gun, Jackson. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just float in.
Gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch of my savior. Keep it that touch of my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? Is it this what you don't want to see more? You want to see more but you only see sore.
Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source?
We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. Hold up, y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch my savior. Hold up, give me that touch of my haters.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Dad took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get sold. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. My parents' couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I catch record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make me roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, Alicia Eid. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed.
There is no greater accomplishment for a defensive back than being known around the league as a true lockdown defender.